My name is Gayle, and I became homeless because I lost my job. Um, my agency transferred to another state, and I thought that I could immediately go and find another position, and it didn't happen that way. I drew down my retirement. I had to use that to live on. And when that ran out, I got unemployment, and that ran out. And I have an MBA and an MPA and a BFA. And I just hadn't been able to find another job. And that's why I'm where I am now.
What was your last job, if you don't mind?
I work for
telling
the
us?
federal government. And it just hadn't happened. So I don't know why, but that's why I'm where I am today.
So now you're staying at Metro Atlanta Task Force for the Homeless?
Yes.
Okay, and how they're helping you?
They've given me referrals for things that I need to do. Meanwhile, I have been applying for jobs constantly myself, going online and applying. I've gone to some job fairs which were a disappointment because they weren't actually offering jobs. But I have a lot of experience, and I have excellent reviews on my last job that I worked 8 years. So it gets frustrating sometimes, but I am optimistic that I'll get back on my feet.
I always get this question that what about their families, their friends? How come they're not helping them or they're not asking for help from them until they
Because
can get
my
on their
friends-
feet?
My family can't afford to support me. My mother is elderly, and she's on a fixed income, so she can't afford to support me, and plus she's in another state. And my relatives, they can't afford to support me. So that's why I'm where I am now.
Did you think that you might at some moment become homeless?
No, I didn't. I never thought I'd become homeless. Like I said, when I was working, it never crossed my mind being homeless. And even after I lost my job, I thought I'd just go out and get another job. And I've applied for all kinds of jobs, and it just hadn't happened. I don't know whether some feel I'm overqualified, and some of the jobs I just don't know. There's programs for women in abusive situations, women with small children, if they're on drugs and alcohol, but people who just lose their jobs, who are gainfully employed and lose their jobs, there are not any programs available for them. One solution was to look at people individually and not just herd them off like everybody's on the same, or you don't fit in the criteria, so it's like you're invisible, and look at them individual and assess what this person needs, this, and this to get on their feet. Like a MARTA card to be able to go and look for jobs and apply for jobs and look at their situation on housing and, look at them individually and, not just make them invisible because they don't fit into those criteria, That's basically it. Got through it.
It could happen to anyone.
Yes, it could.
So what is your message to folks when they see someone in the street?
Not to stereotype everybody. I met some others who are educated too, who are out there. And once you get out there and you don't have any kind of resources, it's hard to get on your feet. One thing, MARTA, it's hard to go apply for jobs without transportation. And that's been one of the things. And if they have job fairs, sometimes you can't get to them, But I just keep applying for jobs, and I'm sure to turn around.
Thank you.
My name is Chredesca, and I have been homeless for 2 weeks now. I end up homeless due to an illegal eviction out of my place. Yes, I have family here in Georgia, but in a way, I guess some people label me as the black sheep of the family, I guess if you would call it that. I don't too much like to rely on my family for anything. You know, I try to do it on my own. Every once in a while, I will call and ask for help. Task Force has helped me a lot. I have been sent to the right places as far as, you know, seeking housing. I have been referred to the educational department because I do have 3 years of college. I'm studying forensic science. I have 1 year left to go. I'd like to finish. And as far as my work history, I have had 20 years of law enforcement security. Some of the people I talk to here, you know, that I met, you know, there's some good people here.
Yes.
Everyone is not the same.
Yes.
The people here have education. They have outstanding backgrounds. People have a tendency of categorizing people because they're homeless.
Yes.
You don't know what their background is like. I ran into people who had careers, you know, better than mine that's been here, or are you know, have been here or that is here. And you know, to find out how they, you know, ended up here, you know, it was shocking to me because, you know, in my field, I shouldn't be here. There's plenty of law enforcement security jobs out there, but some of them don't want people my age. I'm too old. So that's my main purpose of going back to school, was to take up forensic science and become a crime scene investigator, which the job is less stressful. I just want to add that anyone can end up here. It's just plain and simple. You know, the mayor of the city can end up here. You know, anything can happen. People just don't stop and think. It's almost like people don't care anymore. There are too many, you know, people suffering in the city, and there's nothing being done about it.
Yep. Thank you.
People need to start considering that these are people, and the people here were once in your shoes and didn't, never thought they'd be in this position. And you get a whole new outlook. The majority of the people that I met here are intelligent. They don't do drugs and they don't do alcohol, and they have good attitudes. I guess they have to survive. But they're people. And I think the elected officials should understand that, because you know what? These same homeless people will be voting. And they will consider the people who are wanting to be reelected. Are they not considering them? You consider them at election time, but after then it's over. So it's just, you need to consider people. They're people.